Today's guest is from Pacoima, California, and went to Pittsburgh State University. Then he made his way up north to the Hamilton Ticats, Montreal Alouettes, and the Calgary Stampeders. He finished his 8-year career as a two-time CFL All Star with 21 interceptions. Now he's a defensive coordinator in California. Welcome to the show, Geoff Tisdale. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? What's up, man? Well, first of all, I just want to correct you on a few things, if I may.
Oh, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
That's Pacoima. That's my hometown, Pacoima. Now, last time I checked, them interceptions was, I believe, at 29, not 21.
Okay, 29. Okay, look.
But then again, like I said, that's his last
they
time
didn't have They didn't have a set trap for you, right? So it was like I had to go add up different years, but it was missing 2009.
Okay, yeah.
What happened in 2009? Oh, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Because it had 2008, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 13 was actually the last year, too, that it had on there. It had you played in 14, 15, but then it didn't have your stats. So I almost said over 20 interceptions.
Oh, definitely over 20, baby. Definitely over 20.
But then, I just doubled down with the 21. Appreciate you for correcting me, though. Appreciate you for correcting me, though. Can't short you 8 interceptions, man, because, because you understand, man, like, I think in 2008 you had 4, 2010 you had 4, 2011 you had 4. I think you had 2 and 12, and then you had 7 and 13.
7 and 13.
Yeah, you led the league in 13.
I had 5 and 14.
Okay, see, then that's where I started getting lost on the stats.
5 and 14. I had one in Saskatchewan. When I was out there.
You know what the crazy part is? Like Wikipedia, it's man-made, right? So people actually go on there and they can edit your Wikipedia.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
So I don't know if you need to just tell somebody to go and edit yours in, because there's not a lot of information about you on Wikipedia, my brother.
Hey, that's a good thing.
Get them. Hey, just go update your stats on Wikipedia. You remember how many tackles you had? Because you were getting 30, 40, 50 tackles a year.
To be honest, maybe, man, Nick, bro, you can pick a number. I'm a DB, bro. Tackling is not on my. That's not what I'm there to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I tackle. Please don't get it twisted. Like I have my tackles, but I'm there to get that rock back, and that's what I did. Now you asked me that, I can tell you all about the picks now. That's what I'm there to do to get that ball, and that's what I did.
How you been doing with everything going on with COVID and everything? Has it affected anything going on in your life?
Not really, man. Not really. It's a trip. It's definitely a trip. It's interesting, man. It's very interesting. I can go a whole lot deeper into it, but it'll go over a lot of people's heads. So I'm just gonna say it's real interesting. Let's just say I'm very up to speed with what's up, man. I just put it at that. So I'm just sitting back, just watching, man, watching how it all play out.
So you don't believe it's fishy?
Man, come on, man. If it smells like fish, baby, it's fish. That's all I got to say. Like,
what part of California you in?
I'm in Santa Clarita, California right now, Southern California.
How is it out there? Do you know a lot of people with COVID, or do you know anybody with COVID, or how is that?
No. To be honest, man, I don't. I've never met nobody. You know what I'm saying? I worked in a warehouse for 6 months with people. Nobody there got it. I mean, like I said, it just don't add up to me, man.
Fishy.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's, one of the hardest parts about what's going on in the world right now is social media.
Definitely.
Because everybody conflicts everything. And if you ever want to pick a side, you can always find something to support the side you want to pick. Right? If you want to be a flat earther, you can just say, you know what? I can go find many articles on flat earth. If I want to say COVID's not real, I can go find many. Like my sister has it, but she didn't really have she did not have symptoms. I mean, she said when she ran, it was hard to breathe. I know a couple of people that had it. And for me, most of them had about the same story, just being hard to breathe when they run and try to get some cardio in and things like that. But I don't know.
I mean, I find when I'm sick, like I got hit with something in December, man, and it set me. But this is what I'm saying though. Like I couldn't breathe. Like, bro, I was up doing, hey, okay. To me, it was a regular flu to me. I'm still doing what I got to do. Like, I'm not going to the hospital and like, bro, it's the flu, man. Like, that's just what
it's the flu.
Hey, you know, to each his their own, bro. To me, it's the flu, homie. To me, it's the flu. Like, it's just like we just said, man. It's too fishy, Nick. It's way too fishy, man. Like, it's way too fishy. Like, I will say this. I will say this, bro. You got a brain. It belong to you. Use it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't believe everything you're told. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say, bro.
I got into I wouldn't say argument. I like to talk about a lot of things because me growing up where I grew up, I've always said that the problem with Black history is it only goes back to slavery, right? And now, over the past few years, I've actually looked into it, and it goes way beyond.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right? From Mansa Musa to a lot of the other, but you believe the textbooks.
Yeah. That's what you was given. That's what you was given. That was, but like I said, you got a brain. It belong to you.
That's it.
And like I said, I didn't discover a whole lot, man. Like, Nick, I've been on this ride, bro, and I'm telling you, homie, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Like, it's not the smoothest ride. You know what I'm saying? It's bumpy, but I like to believe that the truth hurts. That's why people don't like it.
Yeah.
Because it hurts. But at the end of the day, it's the truth, bro. And if you can accept that, it makes things a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just been doing a lot of research, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of, I got my wife, man. She, oh God, like, she didn't open me up to so many things. Like, she helped me with this whole, CFL thing, just helping me really see, understand, and accept certain things. And, and like how you saying about the slavery, like, man, I'm on the Egyptians, man. Like, I'm going back with it, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's whether we on this flat earth or on this ball, you know what I'm saying? It go way farther than 2,000 years, man. It go way farther than 2,000 years, man. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we don't even know where to start at. That's the crazy part. We don't even know our history. You feel what I'm saying? Like you said, I found out it go farther than that. Of course it do. You feel what I'm saying? But we've been told this and shown this consistently all the time. You put on TV, all they keep showing you is slave movies. So shit, that's all you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, the media, like, it's the media, man. Like you said at the beginning, that media is dangerous, man. And like I said to Wikipedia, hey, I don't mind it being wrong about me, baby. The less you know about me, the better. And that's 100. Like, it's too much, man. Live your life, man. You don't need to be concerned about what everybody else is doing. Live your life. Live a healthy life. You feel what I'm saying? Be positive and be happy, man. Like, everybody's looking for the answer from somebody else. Like, you got the answers. What do you like, you got the answers, but everybody looking for somebody else to give them that answer.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. I think that it's time to start to, because you got to correct. I mean, you can't correct it, but you have to start acknowledging, right? And then if you don't want to acknowledge the past and all of the past, then you can't ever move forward.
You can't.
I feel, right?
But,
if you do, you can't move forward properly.
But what's most importantly now, after we acknowledge it, we have to accept it.
Yeah.
And we have to move on.
Yeah.
Because the sun gonna go down and it's gonna come back up. You know 100%. What I'm saying? Like, that's another thing with me. People don't want to let things go. Like, that's how can you move on? How can you get better? How can you create better when you're holding on to the same thing? You're bringing the same negativity in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you create good? Like, yes, okay, we need to acknowledge this. We need to understand what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Can't use hate to create positivity.
You can't do it, Nick. The only way is love, bro. And I don't care what excuse you give me. The only way for us to move forward and get to where we're trying to go and where we want to go, We gotta have love for each other, bro. And that's it. We gotta have love for each other.
A genuine care of people.
Genuine, man. Gotta be. That's the only way.
I was watching this video earlier today. I saw my wife, and it's kind of funny because he says in there, talking about Christopher Columbus, and it said, and how he killed 90% of the people that were living in the U.S., and how there was peaceful trade between the U.S., the blacks and the Indians and everything else way before. And then came.
But see now, Nick, I'm gonna tell you, I don't mean to cut you off, bro, but I just want to throw something at you that I'm gonna let you go research about this whole black, white, Spanish. We're human beings. We're human beings.
Yeah, we're human beings.
We're human beings. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop saying that because, like I said, like if they keep showing you it, you're gonna keep believing. If we keep saying it, that's what we're doing. We're human beings. Yeah. Those are human beings that traded with each other. You know what I'm saying? They gave 100%. Them Indians. They called them that. They're human beings. You feel what I'm saying? And like and like I said, that's something you want to research and go deeper into. But I'm just saying, I just wanted to say that because that's how I look at it. I don't look at us as black, white, and color. We human beings, man. We're different. We're different. We're vibrating on different vibrations. That's where we get our color from.
Just like the horses, man. You black horse, white horse, brown horse. They're all horses. Man. It's a horse.
It's a horse.
Yeah,
it's a horse.
I see what you're saying.
They ain't fighting each other.
And one of the things that in the research I have done, even going back to the sun people and the ice people, right, going further away from the equator and creating a different skin tone, right? So we all come from one being and one color. It's just, and even that even our facial features, Africa's hot, you need more air to the brain. That's why the noses are bigger. But the further you get away, that it starts to narrow out because you need less of the cold air to the brain.
Man,
our bodies are made perfectly to the climate we are.
Take this out though, bro. You ever thought like how the smallest insects got exactly what they need to survive?
100%.
Like the earth, the universe has given us everything we needed to survive on this planet, bro. Like wherever you are, your body's gonna be able to function there. And then the even more crazy thing, if you move from that spot and have to adapt, your body will adapt to your new environment. Yeah. Like it's crazy how the body works, man. It's very crazy how the body works.
I think that's how I got bigger, man. As I moved to Canada, it was cold, so my body was like, we got to get bigger to supplement this cold.
I feel, hey man, hey, I had a little year, man, where I put on a little bit more than I wanted to myself. I said, hold on, man, this ain't gonna work for me.
I lost 6 pounds last week. I'm on my journey. I want to be down by New Year's I want to be down 35 pounds. So
man, hey, throw it my way, dog. I'm trying to go back up. Throw it my way, dog. I'm trying to go back up. All right.
Man, but it's just such an interesting topic to talk about because of it's very sensitive.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because
it is
because you're messing everybody's history up by talking about it. Right? Because now
a whole lot, man.
Now you have to look at the lies that were told, the things that were hidden, why the noses were cut off of statues. Right?
All that, bro.
So all this stuff, you have to be like,
what about
do I really want to accept what the true history of the world or America is?
That's tough. You got to think for certain people that has been living in this, for so long to actually hear that. And now you got to say to yourself, like, man, I've been living 50, 60 years and come to find out almost all of it was a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's tough, bro. Like, that's tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy for us to say it. It's easy for us to say it, bro. But that's tough, Nick. Like I said, when I was on my journey, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning, the things that I understood and accepted, like when it hit me, it was like, whoa, and that's why I always say I understand, bro. That truth, homie, that truth ain't no joke. But that's why they say the truth hurts, bro. It hurts. It hurts bad.
What started you down the path? What was the first thing that made you either question or want to look deeper?
Oh man, the CFL, bro. Without a doubt. Like when I was in the CFL, it made me, it just how things played out, it just made me question a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really understand. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, with the CFL, I understood, you know, it wasn't until after I got out of it, I understood the religion side. I mean, I'm sorry about that. I understood it was a business, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now while I was in it, it was, oh man. And I'm just gonna say this, bro, like, to anybody that feel a certain way about it, you know, you got your own opinion, you feel me? This is how I feel, and this is how I feel. But when during that time, I grew up, you know, God, you know, religion. So, you know, and I was telling myself, you know, well, what I was told, like, you know, you do good, you do what you're supposed to do, you know, you will be rewarded. And I'm just sitting back and I'm looking like okay. So, because I know I'm clocking in. Like, it's not even a question, bro. I'm the first one in that stadium and I'm the last one off that turf. There's not a debate about that. You feel what I'm saying? So, I couldn't really put it together, like, you know, I couldn't put it together. You feel what I'm saying? And I have people telling me, like, oh, you know, it's not about that. And I laugh. It's like, it's funny you can say that because you done got all them. You done got all them accolades. So it's easy for you to say that. You feel what I'm saying? But I really didn't understand it, man. But when I got out of, you know, once I was finally done with the CFL, man, and I got to sit back, you know, and I was, like I said, me and my wife chopping it up, man, and the stuff she was throwing at me, and it just really made me realize, like, you the one. You create your life. You create your future. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody about to bring you nothing. Whatever you put out in that universe, that's what's gonna come back to you. You manifest whatever you want. And it was funny because she told me that, and Nick, I promise you, bro. Like, when I was playing, like, I always knew, like, okay, I'm good. Like, I know I'm good. But I didn't get my respect. So I'm like, dang, like, I doubted myself at the same time. But I still worked hard. But once she gave me that bit of knowledge, man, like, I was working, man. I was working in construction. And I'm working, and I just told myself, I said, Geoff, man, we through with it, dog. Like, we gonna be positive, man. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna be positive at every turn, you know? And Nick, the things that started changing, bro.
That's good,
like,
brother.
Homie, like, Nick, like, I'm serious, dog. Like, it was like that, dog. Like, I was getting anything and everything that I needed. I'm not gonna sit up and say everything that I wanted, because the universe is gonna bring me everything I need. Not what I want. Don't care what I want. It's gonna bring me what I need. And it gave me everything I needed to get on that straight line to where I'm trying to go. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, she was a big help to me, man. Like, she really was. Like, she saved my life, bro. And that's just real. Like, she really did, man.
That's so good, because, you know, I always say the common denominator in everything that happens to you is you.
Yeah, bro, it's you. It's you.
It's you.
And
I always be like, why do certain people get arrested all the time? Or why do certain people, like, why is this athlete always in trouble? But then you start looking at the decisions they make and the decisions that they constantly put themselves in creates that situation for them to be there. I want to read this quote to you, man. This is I heard this last week on a business call. It says, your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions create your results, and your results become your destiny.
Come on, man.
Right? If you believe it, then you're going to put it into action.
Straight like that.
Then the actions will create the results.
Straight like that.
Everybody right now wants results.
That's it.
But they don't know how to get to the results.
But they want results, but they dream. Like a wise man once said, don't nothing come to a dreamer but a nightmare, baby. You got to get up and make it happen. You got to get up and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? But everybody I want it now. I want to jump these steps. It don't go like that, man. You're gonna go through so many. And the thing about it, you know, like, I listen to a lot of, like, not a lot, but like that, the Nipsey Hussle, man. Like, that's one of my dudes, bro. And on some real, like, if you listen to the things that man said, bro, literally, like, the things that he said, dog, was just, it really hit me, homie, in my heart, bro. Like, just like the journey that I'm on, he said, you know, like, you're going to go up and down. You're going to feel, I felt every emotion. You know, I wanted to give up. Like, I sometimes I didn't think it was going to happen, but you know what? I just looked at how far I got, and I said, hey, you know, let's just keep pushing. Let's just keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? And and like he said again, you know, the only difference between him and the next person is I didn't give up. I didn't give up.
So
you know what I'm
true,
saying?
Man.
Like, that's it, bro. Like, you got to believe in yourself, man. Why should somebody else believe in you if you don't believe in yourself, man?
Just like the gym hardens you, you know, to prepare for a season and to go through it. Life hardens you to prepare for your success.
Yes.
Right? Especially when you're trying to do things that nobody's ever done before. Or you're trying to put yourself in places you've never been before. Like, it's not easy.
Not easy. It ain't easy, bro. It's not. And to be honest, it was even harder for me because I'm getting success, but at the same time, I'm not getting my respect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really torn in between the two, bro. Like, whoa, like I can understand if I'm not doing what I'm doing out here and y'all not showing me love, but for me to do what I'm doing and not like where am I going wrong here? But like I said, that's when I understood like it's a business, Geoff. You know what I'm saying? This is a business. And okay, for sure. You know, you can run your business any way you want to run it, and that's just what it is.
My cousin taught me a long time ago. He played arena football for 8 years, Pacoima Fontaine. And just going to watch him play. When I was in high school, he was in college, and then he went to arena football and stuff. And every time I go watch him play, I learned that you just can't be a great player. You have to be an entertainer. Yeah. And that's when I started creating all the personas with the Geronimo Jones and Tommy Sleepwalker and all these different things, because for me, it was always about being an entertainer. Because I felt like if I entertained people, then I was going to play well. So it was really going out there to be an entertainer because, I mean, everybody wants to see, like, great athletes.
Yeah.
But you got to have the entertainment element to it for people to say, I want to go see this person play.
I respect, like, I honestly do respect that, Nick. Like, in the game, you know, like, in the game that we was in, you know, like you said, you got to be an entertainer. I fully get that, bro. But I will be completely honest. I didn't look at it like that. I found something that I was very good at, bro, and I wanted to be the greatest at it. I wanted to be a Hall of Famer at it. Yeah. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? To me, my way of entertaining you was going out here strapping up this wide receiver all day long, baby. Yeah. That's my entertainment to you. And to be completely honest with you, I would go, like, man, I was in Hamilton and I walked in the locker room, bro, and I had a letter in my locker from a kid in Winnipeg. You feel what I'm saying? That said I was his favorite player. That's what I do it for, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got out to Edmonton and it's a dude sitting there with my card telling me I'm one of his favorite players. Like, that's what I do it for. You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to nobody on the entertainment level, but this is how I wanted to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course, 100%. And see, that's the thing is everybody, you know, you look at Brandon Smith, Jamar Wall, all these guys. There's other guys that's done it, and it's the same thing. Because if you're a DB, if you go lock somebody down all day, but you don't put up the numbers like picks all the time, or if you're not top of the league, then you don't get talked about much unless you are loud like Dwight Anderson.
The crazy part about it, though, Nick, I still had them numbers, baby.
Yeah, you did.
That's the crazy part about it.
But that's the hard part for me is that, you know, we have a lot of really good players that don't get the recognition because I don't think the media does a good enough job in looking at, okay, this guy covered these receivers playing this defense, and he was only giving up this many yards a game. They don't recognize like that. It's almost how many tackles he got, how many interceptions he got. Oh, how many touchdowns he scored. Oh, okay. This guy did more. But they don't understand the situation. You don't understand the situation. Right. This dude playing zone 80% of the time. This dude playing man 90% of the time. Or this dude don't have no help over the top and he's out here locking people down. Like, I don't think they actually do the proper requirement to say what an all-star is or to say what these people have done through the course of their career, because until you can understand the game, you sit back. Like last year when I was coaching in BC, I'm sitting back, I'm looking at these dudes. I'm looking at them in a different light now because I'm not looking at just the people around me or just the structure of their defense or how they move together. I'm actually looking at individual personnel.
Yeah.
Right. I used to put a scouting report about all the linebackers. And I mean, I would see the guys that's getting the pub in the media, but I'd see the guys doing the work on the field.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, this dude ain't putting in
saying.
work like this dude
That's
over here.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like that, like you said, like I did my scouting report, bro. Like I watched film on Fred Stamps. I watched film on G. Roy Salmon. You know what I'm saying? S.J. Green, J. Rich, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I seen the dudes out there that was like, you know, and they was getting it, but I also seen the ones like the Rob Bags, you know what I'm saying? Like that boy was cold, man.
That boy cold
like,
with
he
it.
was getting it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like you said, man, when you really look at it, you start to see like where the hype is and where the ones that's really balling at out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just real.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about your son, man.
Oh yeah, man.
You've been pouring into your son.
Oh yeah, man. You know I'm trying to, man.
Tell us a little bit about the start of his football journey.
Man, to be honest, when he started, when he was 5? I think I want to say he played his first year when he was 5. And I mean, shoot, he started off in flag. But that didn't work out because they said the way he was moving so fast that it looked like he was flag guarding. Nobody could get him. So like, dude, like Nick, I would literally have to record him and like show the referees, like, dude, where's he flag guarding? Oh well, he had his arm is swinging. I'm like, that's his running motion.
That's why he run.
That's the way you run. Like, so I'm like, okay, so then I took him to tackle. And when I took him to tackle, you know, he did good his first year. You know what I'm saying? He did good his first year, but this last year, bro, his first year, I told him, okay, Jeff, I'll give you $20 every time you score a touchdown. He scored maybe 5, 8 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? We had 8 games. He scored like maybe 5, 8 touchdowns. So I said, okay, you know, going into the next year. And I told his mom, I'm like, look, like, you know, I'm expecting him to be, you know, to step it up a little bit. You know, we training, you know, step it up a little bit. Nick, I had to literally tell this dude, bro, I got to give you $10, $5 a touchdown, homie. Nick, you going for 5, 6 a game, bro. Like, he's had like over 40 touchdowns, bro. Like, our first year, I had a first-year team of 5, 6-year-olds. We went to the Super Bowl, bro.
Awesome.
We went all the way we lost, but, you know, hey, we went all the way to the Super Bowl, man. Like, he had a really good year, man, and, you know, now, you know, he's turning 8, and, like, I got him at quarterback, and, like, he's really developing as, you know, learning that stuff. I'm teaching him how to draw up, you know, a cover 3 look, how to draw up a cover 2 look, how they supposed to drop, you know what I'm saying? Like, we work together, like, we work, man, the same way I had a work ethic. I'm showing him how to go about it. Like, we don't have to do this all day long. It doesn't have to be an everyday thing. You clock in for the amount of time that you clock in, you do what you're supposed to do, be done with it, you're going to enjoy your day. Because that's how I did it. You know, no offense to anybody that wanted to give their whole day to it. No. But I was good at what I did, and I just spent time on it. You know, you study long, you study wrong. That's what I believe. So I get it in and let it and be done with it.
If you know what you're looking for, you know how to get there. You know,
once you find it, be done with it.
Be done with it. That's what I said. Like, that's why I had my trainer in the off season. I know I can wake up, he gonna kick my ass, but then the rest of the day is mine. I just got to make it through that hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm good.
Hey,
I can do that 3 days a week, 4 days a week.
Him, like, hey, let's get up in the morning, and I started working out with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I work out with him to show him, like, you know, Jeff, I'm not even doing it for nothing, and I'm up here early in the morning, you know, getting it in with you. You know what I'm saying? Just to show him, like, hard work pays off, and he's seen it that it pay off, and it's just, you know, it's just being 7 years old, man. But at the end of the day, the one thing I will say, when it's time to compete, Jeff ain't backing down from nobody. You know what I'm saying? We play against 9-year-olds, and we played against a 10-year-old team. Like, he played corner too. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gave him no touchdowns. Like, when it's time to go, man, my son gonna lock in and get ready to go. But that's exactly what his daddy did too, though.
Yeah, man, that's really good because, you know, that's one reason I'm glad I only had a daughter, man, because I didn't have to deal with my son playing football, and then everything. But no, it's good. And I just look back to all the kids. I mean, I see like Willie Powell and his son. His son be out there balling. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to look your son up, see him balling.
Okay, well, now, I think that was, who was that? Poole. Was it Poole that was in Toronto? The DB. You remember that? Like back in 08, 09?
Willie Powell. I think it's Willie.
Because I don't know if
he used to play for the Cowboys, and then he came up to Toronto, and now he's back in Dallas. But he trains out there in Dallas.
Okay.
His son's a monster.
Yeah. He getting you right though, man.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
He did it too, though. You know what I'm saying?
You know Skylar Murray or Kyler Murray. Sorry. Kyler Murray. His dad, Kevin Murray, trains quarterbacks, and he used to train Tannehill and all those guys at Texas A&M. He's in the Texas A&M Hall of Fame. Right. I used to do cross training, so his quarterbacks were my receivers. So we would meet at the field. He coached quarterbacks, I coach receivers, and we do cross training. And Kyler's whole senior year, I'm asking him, like, where's Kyler going to go? Is it going to be Texas A&M? Going to be Oregon? I thought he should have went to Oregon and all this other stuff. And, you know, he didn't lose a game in high school. And he was just like, I said, dude, your son's just gifted. He goes, if you had a receiver and you started teaching him at 4 or 5 years old to play receiver, how in the hell is he not going to be successful?
Hey, Nick, I had hey, Arlen Bruce, if you ever watch this,
baby. AB3, baby.
Hey, that man sat next to me in my locker and told me every day, he said, hey, 1, 2, reps and touches.
That's it.
Reps and touches. That's it. And like you said, if we repping and touching at 4, man, when you hit 7, 8, 9, you won't be – because these kids don't know this stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm teaching him, dude, I played defense for 8 years, man. Like, how can I not know what an offense is going to do, what they can do? How can I not know what a defense can and cannot do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling him, these kids are going to run a cover 3. They can't play man. They don't know how to run a cover 3 properly. He's out there every route he throwing. The dude's wide open. Like, I tell him every time, Jeff, you have no reason to be nervous, man. What you know, you have to understand. You know things that these other kids don't know. They're not getting the same knowledge that you're getting, that you have been getting. You have to understand that. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? And when you understand and accept that, like, you would just see, like, oh, man, this is easy. But like we saying, like, you get a receiver started at 4, boy, that boy gonna have some hands, man. By the time he get 9, he gonna be
put him on the. He gonna be on the rights early. I'm hoping. You know, my daughter's been able to dribble since she was 2, so hopefully she can develop a jumper.
Man, right now, hey, like, you see what Steph Curry did it, bro. You see what Steph Curry was at that age out there with his dad shooting, man, chucking that ball up in the air, man. Like, it starts early, man. Like, I know a lot of people, let them be kids, and I'm all, like I said, I'm all for that. Like, my son, he, like I said, we train 3 days a week. 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. I want you to be a kid, but at the same time, this is the discipline stage. Like, this is when they learn their discipline. You know what I'm saying? Not when they're 12, 13, going through changes now, mood swings. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is where they learning at, and that's just what I'm just trying to give them. You know what I'm saying? Just have your basic standards, dog, what you go by. You can get up in the morning, you brush your teeth, wash your face, boom. I got to train. Okay, I'll do that. When I get done with that, I'm free. It's 11 o'clock. I'm free, man. I'm outside running up hills, doing whatever, I'm bouncing off the wall, whatever it is I want to do. You know what I'm saying? When I get to football practice, it's time to lock in. We got to get this done. You know what I'm saying? When I get out of football practice, I can run up and down the park with my friends all day long. And like I said, it's a learning process, but it has to start now. So by the time he get 10, 11, 12, he understands, like, when I get to practice, it's go time, bro. We're not out here to play around. Hence why you got some of these 12-year-old kids, teams we got a team out here, the OG Ducks, man. Man, look, Nick, they go all across this country smashing on teams, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's that discipline, man. They know what they got to do. Yeah.
And that's, when – like, I got a new group of kids I'm training now, but even my kids back in the day that I trained in Texas, we would end it some days, and they'd be like, is that it? Like, I feel like we didn't do a lot or we didn't work that hard, because I put a lot of stuff in competition form. So I know if you're going to compete, if you're a competitor, you're going to compete.
Yes, sir.
Right? Yes. So you're going to work hard. It's easier for them to work hard in competition form, and then we improve their technique while we do it.
Yes.
Right. And then we do a lot of technique stuff. And I always tell people, it's all about balance and movement. If you have good balance and you can move, then your own athletic ability will take you wherever you want to do. You play any position you want to play. and things like that. So, man, it's good to see you working with him, and because we know how some parents can be like overbearing, like,
yeah,
you got to make it, you got to make it. Oh, you got talent.
Nick, like when he was 1, 2, 3, like I watched the Todd Moranovich story. Like I said, I watched LeVar Ball. Like I watched these dads, and like, don't get me wrong, like boy, they sons was unstoppable. That quarterback Todd Moranovich, that boy was something, bro. Like he was something. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the way that you can achieve that without going through it, without going about it the way that his dad went about it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's got to come down to him to really want it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how, like I said, we don't be out here all day long. We out here 2 hours. Man, let's get up out and shoot, man. Hey, I don't want to be out in this heat any damn way. You feel what I'm saying? So, hey, let's get this work in and get back in the house. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Like, we do it 3 times a week. Got the weekends off, you know what I'm saying? And I just let him be a kid, man. I honestly do, man. Like, that's really big to me, you know, because I want him, like I said before, I want him to understand that sports is a business. You're going to do it for a short amount of time. Then you're going to have a whole other life to live. So you was gifted with talent. Definitely. You was gifted with it. So why not use it to create a better future for yourself? But understand what you're getting. Yes. But just understand when you sign on that dotted line, what you're signing on. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
That's it.
Man, blessings to him, man, and to you too. But since we're talking about that childhood, let's talk about yours.
Oh,
when did you first pick up the pigskin, and how was life then?
When I first played, I think my first year was my 9th grade year. That was the first time I've ever played.
That was the first time you played was freshman.
That was the first time I've ever played football, and that was my Pop Warner year. After that, like, and I had fun. I did good at it, but I played basketball too. Like, man, I used to be able to dunk real good, bro. I could jump. You know what I'm saying? That was my thing. I played basketball. So when I got to high school, when I got to in the 10th grade, I played basketball. I didn't play football, but while I was playing in the 10th grade, people was telling me, yeah, you can jump, but, bro, you a point guard in the NBA. And, yeah, that wasn't going to work out. It wasn't going to work out for you, boy. Like I said, Nick, all I could do was jump. I could jump through the gym, bro, but that was it. So then my homeboy Dez, he told me, like, man, you come out and try football. I'm like, all right, whatever. I did it before. And I went out there, man, and I was playing receiver. And I remember they threw me a screen, bro, and I struck for 80 yards, bro. I'll never forget. That was my first high school touchdown, dog. And that was my junior year. It was my junior year. My junior year was the first time I played high school football. And my first play, bro, I struck. And after that, man, when I looked up, just them lights, that crowd, I said, oh, yeah, it's where it's at. It's where it's at.
It's a different feel.
Hey, it's a different – hey, I'm out there returning kicks. Like, oh, man, I was just so mad I played basketball for so long, dog. Like, you know, and then I got to playing – and it was funny because I was a receiver.
Yeah.
And we had a sophomore quarterback, man. And, like, don't get me wrong, he was good, but he was passing league good. We got into them pads, Nick. He was getting receivers murdered, bro. Hey, I told my head coach, I said, look, I want to play DB. I said, all right, I just want to play DB. And I was in high school. I got my senior year, I had 12 picks, 6 touchdowns. I think I either tied the state record. I tied the state record with 12 picks. And then after that, man, I ran track. I was a 100 and 200 meter champion track.
That's what I was seeing. What was you running in? Because I noticed you could tell you ran track because you have great knee drive when you run.
To be honest with you, it was really just my natural speed, man. Like I had a guy that wanted to train me, Nick, but I was so hooked on football that's all I wanted to do. But I was not, I had natural good speed. I think my fastest in 100 was maybe 10.8 when I was a junior. Because that was my last time when I did it. I was a junior. I ran I think I ran a 21 when I was in 200. The 200 was really my race. I did really good at 200. But like I said, it was just something, football over. Okay, I'm going to go do this. I'm fast. I can go do this. But once I got into my senior year, I was just focused on football. And after high school, I went to LA Valley Community College for 2 years, man. That was when I really got my eyes opened up about, you better take your butt to class, man.
Yeah. Is that why you went to JUCO?
Yes,
because of grades and stuff?
Yes.
Like, did you get recruited out of high school? Or?
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. And that's when I discovered, because like I said, my junior year was the first time I played high school ball. So I'm kind of far behind, you know what I'm saying? And not just grades. At that point, it was the classes that I needed. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I wasn't going to have them, so I had to go to junior college. So when I went to junior college there, my first year, I'm so used to like, shoot, man, I'm that guy. You know, my freshman year there, I was All-American. You know, I'm that dude. I ain't got to go to class. Man, my coach called me in that office and said, look here, if you ain't got this by the time we start spring, you're not playing. And like, Nick, that like, talk about your heart falling to your stomach, bro. Like, that's the first time I've ever been told I couldn't play football, man.
Did they have no pass, no play in California?
Yeah, man, it was not playing. And I passed, though. Don't get me wrong, bro. Like, and it was crazy because when I did it, I kind of said to myself, I said, damn, bro. Like, when you really put your damn mind to it, you can do it. Because I didn't like school. You know what I'm saying? But I'm giving every excuse because I didn't want to do it. But when I was put in that position to when I had to do it, bro, I knuckled down, man, and I got it done. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it, I fell 2 credits short, man. I had an offer, bro, to damn near everywhere, man. Everywhere, bro. Everywhere, bro. It was nice, man. Pete Carroll came up there. Like, it was nice, you know what I'm saying, to have that. But I fell 2 credits short, man, when it came down to it. So that's what got me out to Pitt State. The Division II in Kansas, and that was another eye opener. My first time leaving the state of California.
But before we go to Pitt State, how did it feel? Like, did it hurt? Like, or did you just accept it that it was you?
To be honest, did it hurt like not going to
not going to one of the bigger schools or being able to, you had done the work off the field. Yeah. But just didn't do the work in the classroom and how it goes hand in hand. Yeah. Like, did you realize at that point, because I know when we're young, we look at other factors.
Yeah.
Did you realize at that point that it was you, or what was the issue?
To be honest with you, I didn't. But like I said before, like, I just wanted to play, bro. Like, man, like the way I grew up, you know what I'm saying? Like, like when I found something, bro, that I loved, and like it was hard for somebody to really tell me about, like, Nick, I went after it, bro. I didn't care about the money. I didn't care about where school I went to. I was told if you ball, you gonna go. For sure. Then I ball. I remember telling my mom when I was in the CFL, telling my mom, and she say, Jeffrey, you know, they don't really show you any love. You don't never worry about not having a job. I said, Mom, I'm the best cover corner in that league, man. How can I not have a job? Like, everybody gonna need somebody to lock somebody down. You feel what I'm saying? Yep. Until they didn't, but that was my mindset. I was fully focused on my craft, Nick. Like, that's it. So when I didn't get that D1 scholarship, it wasn't a shock to me. But then again, I'm only 2-3 years into football. You know, so I didn't come up knowing, we want to go D1 and I didn't come up like that. You know what I'm saying? So when I didn't go, I'm like, well, okay, I get to go to this school and ball, and that's what I did. You know what I'm saying?
Play football.
Yeah, I get to play football, bro. That's all I want to. I just want to showcase my talent, man. And it was crazy in the CFL when we used to have, mini camps. Yeah. Right before the season, like some of the people didn't want to go. I'm like, why? Like, you get a chance to show what you can do, bro. I get a chance to come out here and show my stuff, what I've been training for, what I've been working on. Like, I don't give a damn how many days you got to be out there, bro. Let me know I'm there. Hey, I'm with it. Like,
we're about to get on this turf.
I can do one-on-ones all day long, Nick. I can do one-on-ones all day long, bro. It don't matter. I just love playing football, bro, and I love working on my craft, man. Like I said, I wanted to be the best, man. I really did, and I was.
Yeah. No, that's good, man, because for me, I never really loved football like that. I know it. It was I just love competition.
Yeah.
Right? So it's very interesting to hear you say, how much when you found the game, and then how much you loved it, and then how it drove you.
Yeah,
right? How that drove you from not only high school to junior college, but junior college to now Pittsburgh State and Kansas.
Yeah.
Out of all the states from California to go to, I can only probably think about 4 other ones that you might be like, whoa. Maybe 5. Maybe like Idaho, Montana,
yeah,
Wyoming.
for real. You're like Wyoming.
Nebraska. Of course, Nebraska and Kansas are very similar. Kansas may be a little bit more updated than Nebraska. But, there's not many places, man. But getting to Kansas.
And I was in southeast Kansas. Nick, I was in a town of like 10,000 people. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me about your first experience in Kansas. Like just getting there and just first time leaving California.
When I landed in Kansas City, man, like, I'm in the city. So, my coach came and got me, and we hit the freeway. We driving through the city, and I'm just looking like, this is tight. Okay. It don't look too much different from, the crib. And an hour later, bro, we just on straight road. And, like, I don't see nothing no more. I'm like, it's just all – Nick, I'm not lying. I'm not lying when I tell you this. It's just all road, bro.
I drive through Kansas. I drive through there.
I text my homeboy back at the crib. I said, bro, hey, you don't hear from me in 2 hours, bro. Like, I didn't know where I was going, dog. Like, we riding for 2 hours straight, Nick, just on 71, bro, straight road. Just all you see is rundown barns, fields, like it was nothing. And then when we got into the town, I'm like, bro, where we at? They was like, this is Pittsburgh. I'm like, okay. Like but at the end of the day, Nick, I felt it, bro. First year out there. Season was over. My mama called me and said, when you coming home? I said, I don't know. I fell in love with it, bro. I didn't want to come back. Like, because being in LA, not LA, but like being in Cali, it's busy. You know what I'm saying? It's so busy out there. It's so slow. So, you know what I'm saying? I was just moving around everybody. Like, nobody knew me, you know what I'm saying, other than me playing ball. But I could just move to the town. It was real nice, man. I love you, man. I love Kansas, man. It may sound crazy, but Kansas, Missouri, it don't matter.
Would you ever consider moving back to a smaller place?
Definitely.
Would it be after your son graduates or?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, I just want to be somewhere like, me and the wife talk like moving back, moving somewhere up in Canada, but I want to be somewhere away from people. Like, I just want to be in my own little area, man, just in my own little world, man, just living, man.
That's awesome. Because, I hear people going from certain places to small place. Like for me, I'm from a town of 4,000 people.
Oh, wow.
So I was always like, man, when I get up out of here, I'm not going back to nothing small. I don't want to live nowhere small. Like, you know what I'm saying? So then I moved to Dallas 5 days after I graduated high school. And then I went to Southern Arc, Southern Arc only had like 12,500 people or something like that.
Yeah.
But then, in the town, but then the school had like 5,000, I believe. So everybody in the campus was all sports though.
Yeah.
Is that how Pittsburgh State was? Everybody was on campus that was sports, and
everybody knew everybody. I mean, you had your townies that went to school there, people like that. But it was everybody knew everybody, man. It was a party town, bro. Too. It was just all that was my first time going to parties. Like when I was coming up out here, like I ain't we go to parties like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I got out there, man, I was like, my first drink, like all that, but after that first year, I was like, okay, yeah, this really ain't for me, you know what I'm saying? And I just, just let's stay low key. Like I said, I've always been low key, man. Like I've been focused, man. Like if I'm trying to get to something, that's what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really interested in other things going on around me, you know what I'm saying?
How was football? Was it a change getting from JUCO to Pittsburgh State?
Hey,
like how was the adjustment?
Yeah, I had to get my butt in that weight room, bro. Because them boys out there in Kansas, they eat.
Yeah,
they a little bit thick out there.
that wheat.
Hey, they're a little bit heavier out there. Like, man, Nick, I mean, we played against this one team with this one running back, bro. Like, I'm coming up and he coming around the corner. I'm like, bro, it's just gonna be what it is, dog. It's just gonna be what it is. Like, cause I couldn't do nothing. Like, it's me and him. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, shot my gun, bro. But that's where I learned how to cut him down. And you remember Boyd that was in Toronto? Man, I remember they threw him a swing and a flat one time, dog. And the good thing about Boyd, Boyd wanted to shake you. Boyd he didn't want to run you over. So he tried to shake me, and I just took his legs out. But playing in Kansas, definitely taught me how to cut block, dog. I mean, chop block, you know what I'm saying? Really get them down on that ground. Because there was some big boys out there, the receivers. I mean, that was my first time going against like we played against a team from Texas. I think it was Texas Commerce. Texas A&M Commerce. Yeah, Texas A&M Commerce. We played them, and they had this receiver, bro. And, you know, this was at that time, you know, when the dudes that had the dreads, they had all the dudes that got the dreads supposed to be nice, you know. You remember when that was going on. So they had this dude out there about 6'3", you know, big dude with long dreads. Hey, I mean, he got every bit of this 170 that day. He got every bit of this 170 that day. I mean, like, hey, it was fun though. It was different. Like I said, I learned.
Yeah.
I had to learn how to tackle. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn how to tackle, and I did that when I came home. You know, I got my weight up. You know what I'm saying? I worked. You know, it gave me something to look at. So when I came back my senior year, Nick, and it's crazy because I was the best corner in our conference that year, bro. And they still did me dirty. I still didn't make the All Star team, man.
Really,
bro. Like, but you had all these other dudes, and that's when I found out about the bounce backs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, these dudes come in here already established. You know what I'm saying? To go to that, you know what I'm saying? That next level. And I didn't get an agent, bro, till after I got done my senior year. Like, I didn't know nothing about like, bro. Like I said, you good, they gonna get you. That's what
I'm here to ball. I'm
here to ball, baby. I don't care what it is. You know,
kind of like saying? Can't get right with the baseball bat.
Hey, I'm here.
All need is glove and a bat.
That's it. I don't care where we play at. Lines, no lines. You know, and I have my agent actually tell me the first time too, bro. Because I told him, I'm like, man, you know, I don't care about all this, and that. I just want to play ball. And he told me, Jeff, this is a business, bro. He was like, it's not about ball. You know, this is a business. And I didn't listen to it at that time because, you know, in my mind said, as long as I'm doing my job, I'm going to be good. But once I got in, you know, to the 5th year into the CFL, that's when I really started understanding, like, you know, he was right, bro. Like, this is a business, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. But it's still, like, I never let that change the love I have for it, man. You know, I loved it, bro. I did. Like, it was fun. You know, like I said, it was my escape from, you know, what I was trying to get away from. You know what I'm saying? And it was there. Like, I worked hard at it. I gave it everything I had, and I believe I performed. I know I performed out there. You know, every time I stepped out on that field.
When did you think you could play pro football, or when did you know you were going to play pro football?
I'll probably say when I was in Pitt State, when I was at Pitt State. Like, when I got to my senior year, that's when everybody like, okay, you know, this is, you know, you got to get ready for the NFL. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. So then I started thinking about it, and I'm looking at the people that I'm going against and the talk that they're getting. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, okay, I got at him. You know what I'm saying? And I actually got into the All Star game by an alternate. Somebody dropped out, so that's why they let me go. In my first game, and when I played in there, my first play, I got a pick in that game. You know what I'm saying?
Is that Division II All-Star game?
Yeah, it was in Texas. It was in Texas.
Yeah.
It was. That's when I first met Dressler, bro. Yes, that boy was that deal from day one. He was that deal. Like, that was the first time I ever seen Dressler, man. And I was like, I remember telling him, I said, bro, you going somewhere. I said, I don't know where it's going to be, but you going somewhere. Like, because what he was doing out there, Nick, was just for his side, that was unreal, bro. He was killing them DBs, dog.
Yeah.
He was killing them, you know what I'm saying? But it was at that time when I knew, like, that All-Star game really let me know, like, okay, these is all the dudes that's supposed to be going to the pros. Shit, I'm out here matching up. You know what I'm saying? I should be up. But when that draft came around, man, I sat there and watched it. I watched it from 1 to whatever the last number is. You know what I'm saying? And I heard it was, I don't know if you know of Kerry Williams. He was in, like, Baltimore, I think Philly maybe. We came from the same conference. You know what I'm saying? So I seen him go. He went. And it was the guy in Dallas, was it Brandon Flowers? What was his name? The one out there that Odell Beckham did the catch on. Brandon Carr. Him. He was also in our conference too. I seen him go. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just sitting here like, bro, I did what they did, if not better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't understand it. Like, I didn't. But then that's when I found out, like, both.
They're a little bit bigger too. the agents.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, the size don't, like I just said, baby. I did what they did, if not better. That size did that.
No,
I
understand that, but the NFL is all about. The NFL looks more at the particulars of. You got to look good getting off the bus. That's the first test, is the eye test, right? If you pass the eye test, they believe they can make you better. Or they can say, okay, Tisdale's box is this big, but he's right here at the top of his box, right? He's almost maximized everything that he'll be able to do. This guy over here, his box this high, but he's here.
Yeah.
But you might be here over him, and the potential of him, they're looking at like, oh, he's going to be better. Or he could be better, but then he might not ever reach you where you're at in the box. Yeah. Right, and that's the hard part. Yeah, that's the hard part when you're looking.
I don't think either one of them did. Like,
see, the thing is about me, I was such a competitor. So my college coach turned the thing in late. The coach, one of the head coaches, took 3 of his own receivers. I was 2-time first team All-American, on 3 different lists in college. Yeah. And I was a first team All-American punt returner. So, I mean, when we look at the whole thing, I didn't get into that All-Star game. I wish I would have, because that would have changed everything. Babineau got in. He ends up going to Seattle for 8 years and then Tennessee for 2. But I believe with my competitive edge, if I get into that All-Star game, when they see me compete against the best there was, they're going to see me put it up.
They're going to see me put it up.
Because I remember Ricardo Coakley, who was the 2nd-round pick, was coming out that year. And I'm like, dude, I'm ready to go get it.
I'm ready to go.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
let me go get
I
it.
Can
and
do
then
that too.
My heart, because I didn't think I was going to go play. I never thought I was going to play pro football. But I seen this as an opportunity. I was like, if I was going to play, this would be the game to go out here and put it up. Yeah. Because, I mean, there's so many great D2 players from Darrell Green, John Randall, and all them before. But then guys started coming out more and more. So then it's like, there is a chance.
It's a chance, bro. Right? It's a chance. It's a chance. And I got my looks. I got to the CFL. I got my looks, in the NFL. But, that's when I also learned the fraternity side of that. You know what I'm saying? Man, I had an experience, Nick, with a workout, man. And it was me and another DB, man. And it clearly okay, I was the better one at that workout. And so, and after we got done, no lie, bro, I'm like, man, I gotta be in, bro. I set this workout off. We sitting there, changing our cleats or whatever, and the head coach walked up to him. It was from Minnesota. I can't remember the coach's name, but it was when they had the black coach. He walked up to him, man. And he was like, yeah, what school you go to? I'm like, yeah, Pitt State. And he asked the other dude next to me, what school you go to? And he said the school that he went to. And when that spark hit, bro, that was my first time, whoa. So that's how it is, you know what I'm saying? And they signed him. They signed him. And I want to say a month later, they cut him. And I'm like, wow, you had me in the building, man. And I was in Philly. I went to Philly, same thing, Nick. I'm after the workout. I'm like, bro, I gotta be in. I gotta be in. And the coach, he brought me in there. He said, hey, we want to sign you. I'm like, for sure. So the signing bonus. This was before I got to Calgary. So I'm like, okay, what's the signing bonus? That man told me, he said, oh, well, we figured you wanted to come to the big show, or you want to go back up there. I'm like, oh, well, I'll go back up there. Shoot, I got teams up there that would have paid me money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when I went, because they said I could go. You can come to camp, whoop, whoop. But if you ain't going to pay me, bro, come on, man. Calgary going to pay me? Why would I not go? And I know I'm going to play. And that's when I understood about, okay, that's when they got the young Clammarty, the second Clammarty.
Yep.
And that's when I'm going to be a camp body. They paid that man. That man is going to play. Regardless, I don't care. I go out there and get 8 picks a day. That man is playing. You know what I'm saying? So I just tell myself, I appreciate the opportunity. And I just went to Calgary, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I want to be somewhere where I was appreciated. To me, if you would have gave me $10,000, that just let me know you appreciate me. You're not just using me for something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the fact you don't want to give me anything, well, you just gonna use me and then throw me to the side. You know what I'm saying? And I remember telling Calgary, Calgary was trying to give me all this money. I told him, bro, y'all had me since I got up here in 2008. The first time I seen Calgary on film, bro, I said, I'm playing for them. I said, hey, I remember sitting in the film room with Killer. Hey, Killer was in front of me. I said, Killer, what that red team? He said, oh, man, that's Calgary. Bro, I can play for them. I said, they look clean. I can play for them. Hey, I remember Murphy saying, he said, I'm not letting you get off the phone, man. I'm not letting you get off the phone. I said, Murph, look here, bro. I'm there. I said, I'm there. Don't even trip. I'm there. That was too funny, man.
Before we get to Calgary, coming into the CFL, have you ever seen the CFL before or heard about the CFL before you got to Hamilton?
I did. No, but when after I watched the draft and my agent called me and he asked me what I wanted to do, and he just told me my options. He's at the CFL, and I'm in Ohio at this time too.
Okay.
Ohio, so that ain't even that far. It's not even that far. And I told him, he was like, yeah, you want to go to Canada? I'm like, where the hell is Canada? That's exactly what I said, bro. I'm like, where the hell is Canada at? Like, Nick, come on. Our history book, bro, Canada is not up there, homie. That thing stop at the top. Don't act like it don't. Like, don't act like it don't. Like, we ain't learned nothing about no Canada in school, bro.
Hey, you know what the bad part is? It's like Alaska's on the other side of Canada. But then, like, they still leave Canada out.
They still be like, bro, like I said, I was like.
Look at an American map, it doesn't even, it shows Alaska at the top, but
yeah,
where's you got to put Canada there to see
you got to put it. And I told him, I said, bro, what's out there? I'm like, shoot, don't it just snow out there? He was like, no. I'm like, oh, well, I thought it just snowed up there. Like, straight up, I'm like, bro, I don't know what this place is. All I know is it's up north. The North Pole is up there. It's cold up there. You know what I'm saying? But when I got to Hamilton, and when I started, moving around Hamilton, I'm like, bro, hey, this look like the crib. You know what I'm saying?
And he was right there in Toronto as well, right? 45 minutes.
Man, I went to Toronto maybe twice, Nick. I never went out there, man.
Really?
Hey, Hamilton was my home, baby. I ran all up and down them streets, man. That was my home.
That's Village. Shout out Hess Village. It ain't the same what it used to be.
It ain't.
Bring it back. But when you first seen it and you seen all the motion by the receivers, the motion by the online receivers, the slot back motions, all the movement, what'd you think about the game when you first saw it for the first time?
Well, the first time I seen it was at a workout. I had a workout in Detroit for Hamilton, and I went out there, and we did our little drills, and we got into the one-on-ones, and I jumped up first. I'm like, I'm with it. So I get up to the line and press him up. That's what I do. Man, that man backed up 10 yards. I said, bro, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And then he started running at me. I'm like, Nick, he started running at me. Like, I literally stopped the drill. I'm like, wait, he offside. And then that's when Bob Village told me, like, no, they run up here. It's motion. I'm like, okay, well, let me back up 10 yards then. I backed up. Hey, let me get this man some wiggle room. Hey, I'm just being honest with you, G. That's all I can do. Hey, that man, but he ran a post route on me, and I snatched it, man. And it wasn't like I said, it shocked me. It definitely shocked me. But after that, once he crossed that line, baby, it's ball. You know what I'm saying? If you can take it out your mind of him running at you, once he hit that line, it's just ball. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it just shocked me the first time I see it. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That blew my mind the first. And when we got to Canada and they started bunching, oh my God!
We used to run a lot of bunch, especially against teams that played man.
And I used to tell my D, hey, I got to do it on the point. Like, y'all do what y'all got to do with them folks in the back. Like, I got to do it on the point, man. Like,
you did. You used to always press the point.
Oh, I'm taking the point. We got 2 people now. I'm eliminating them. He's gone. You know what I'm saying? But that was a trip too, man. Like, these dudes have come in motion, and Saskatchewan was so nasty with it. So especially like in 08, 09.
Geslav and Fantus and Dressler.
Oh, man, they were so nasty with it, bro. Like, the way they used to hit that line on time, like, it was something when I got up there. But, like, 3rd, 4th year in, I'm like, okay, I kind of got it going against SJ and Jay Rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that week half was something, though, man. I will say that week half was something.
When you played boundary corner, you love to press.
Yes.
Can you just speak a little bit about your press technique? What was your goal and how you went about it mentality-wise of what were you trying to accomplish with your press?
I wanted to take away the slant and the fade. I wanted to eliminate everything. I didn't want no catches on me. You know, I remember Coach Shane said they gonna catch balls on you. I said, I don't believe that. Not if I do what I got to do. So I wanted to eliminate it, and that was my mentality. My main thing was patience. And I mean, I had many receivers tell me, like, it's hard to beat you because you're so patient. You know, like you know, most receivers are used to DBs punching them. You know what I'm saying? So now you can put your leverage on them. You know, after going against J. Rich and SJ, I'm like, that's not gonna work, bro. Like, these dudes can put their weight on you and create that separation.
Yeah.
So I just told myself, like, okay, we got to find a stance that's going to work for us that will allow me to stay balanced at all times. You know what I'm saying? And I found that, you know, staggering my feet and just staying patient, you know, keeping, you know, just inching back, keeping my feet on the ground, but inching back at the same time. And again, being patient. And, you know, I remember Fred Stamps told me, like, the fact that I'm not touching you, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't really do anything with me. You know what I'm saying? You can't push me this way. You can't push me that way. Yeah. And also I'm maintaining the line of scrimmage. My hips aren't turned this way. You know what I'm saying? So now you can't take me the opposite way. The one thing I noticed with receivers, how they get us is once we've committed, we're done.
Yeah, once you flip your hips, I won.
Yeah, so that's what. So I told myself, like, okay, well, if I maintain this line of scrimmage, he got 2 seconds. If he's not where he has to be in 2, the quarterback's going elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? So I just maintain that line of scrimmage and stay patient. And at first, the fade was easy. The fade was easy to take away. Like, I took that away, you know. But
did you just try to run people out of bounds on the fade?
Not really. It was more, like I said, I didn't want to touch you. Yeah. Like if you notice, like, my interceptions, I'm not looking for. I'm going to get the ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm going up in the air to get the ball. So I'm just trying to see where I'm trying to get in position with you. And I mean, I was running with everybody I covered. I was running with. So I'm running with you. And now when that ball's in the air, I'm going up to get that ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even exist no more. You know, so I wasn't trying to touch him at all. But the slant, I kept giving up the slant because, you know, it was just a late reaction. I'm not trusting myself. I'm waiting on this fade because first of all, I'm 41 set, so I'm by myself. Yeah. Most of the time, 41 set, they're gonna take you deep. So, you know, that's what I'm waiting for. But once I kind of got that out of my mind, I took that away. And Nick, I remember the first game I took that slant away. We played Edmonton, man, and I was covering was it Shamad Chambers? Shamad Chambers. And he ran a slant route, man, and I jumped that thing so sweet. Like, when I looked at Mike, me and that man was looking dead at each other, bro. And he was holding the ball just like he was holding the ball, and I'm over here celebrating, and the damn play still going on because I didn't, like, dude, I'm working so hard to take that away. So I'm celebrating, and he looking at me, and he just turned and go the opposite way. You know what I'm saying? But after that, I think it was 2014. When I had 5, Nick, I didn't give up 1 touchdown, bro.
Oh, that's awesome.
I didn't give up 1. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I took away slants, fades, and I had 5 picks. You know what I'm saying? And then I started understanding, like, okay, well, they going to put me in 41. This receiver is going to run a die route to hold me, and now they're going to try and run a diagonal. So once I started realizing that, then I started picking off the diagonal because I'm like, okay, well, they're not going to throw it over here. So I'm just going to make it look like I got you. As soon as you break, I'm going to take off to the D. And I snatched like 3-4 of those, man. It just, like I said, bro, I studied, dog. Bro. Like, I wanted it, man. Like, when they wouldn't throw, I remember, you remember the DB coach in Calgary, Missick?
Yeah, Tony Missick.
I remember going to Missick. I say, Coach, man, I ain't getting the ball. Ain't nobody throwing me the ball. Like, I want the ball. He say, look, Tiz, if you want the ball, start getting beat over the head. Then you get the ball. I'm like, well, that ain't going to happen. So I had to figure something else out. So that's when I started reading the routes. I'm like, okay, well, if he run this route, he running this route. And like I said, most of the time, if I'm 41, I'm going to press you. So now I'm inviting the deep ball, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm inviting the comeback. So I know that. And I remember my first time doing it against Saskatchewan, the receiver 41 said, and I'm running with him hip for hip, and he broke down on a comeback. And I kept going to the D, and I snatched it. Because I knew once he break down, they're running the D backside. I did it like 3 times against Toronto. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see it so much on film. It's just trust and believe in what you're looking at and go make the play.
Dude, that's so amazing. See, this is what people don't understand. Everything you just talked about had zero to do with talent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's the common theme of all these podcasts, of all these athletes. Most of the things they talk about to be successful have zero to do with talent. It's a mindset. It's a mentality. It's understanding. Your talent allows you to be able to have more freedom in your technique and a freedom in your the ability to make some of those plays, because your ability to cover that ground, like Chris Thompson, covering so much ground in a short period of time, right? Balls in the air, I'm able to cover 10 yards.
Yeah. Right? That's why I base my game. Like at first, that's why I based my game off of, man. Like I said, I played with CT for 3 years. Yeah, 2 years in Hamilton. And, man, when I first seen that dude, bro, I was just –
that dude serious.
Man, bro, I was just blown away, and I was like, I want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be like the way he go over the back of him, picking that corner out, man. Like, I'm like, that's who I want to be like. You know what I'm saying? So I really tried to put my game around his. Like, CT got hips. CT had the feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I watched him, you know.
You talking about somebody don't get a lot of credit.
Yeah, man. Like,
his name's never brought up.
Also, Killer too, though, man. Like, Killer taught me the game. You know what I'm like? Having them two, man, like, I was bound to do what I did. Like, Killer taught me everything, Nick. Like, he taught me everything about the game. He showed me how to watch film. You know what I'm saying? Like, when things got rocky, you know what I'm saying, in my career, he was there to let me know who I was and what I'd done. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we would go on our bye week, I go to Killers and train. I didn't go nowhere. I didn't go on vacation. Man, I went to Killers and I started working out. And I'm getting ready to cut. And it was crazy because he said, you notice every time you did that, when you went back that second half of the season, you took it up another notch. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I just kept doing it, you know. But it was CT and Killer. Those is like, I dedicate a lot to them, man. They really helped me out a lot. They were like big brothers to me too. You know, they took me under their wing when I first. Killer gave me my first Canadian dollar when I got to Canada, man. I remember he took me out to eat, and I remember we needed a little. So we had to dress nice for some little event, man, and I didn't have nothing. And, man, Killer was right there. He said, bro, I got you. You know what I'm saying? But he told me, like, I see something in you. Like, you got it. You know what I'm saying? And he just carried me, you know what I'm saying, until I left to Calgary. And that's just when I just took off from there.
When did you create Tiz Island?
Man, when everybody else started getting theirs. And I'm the one out here stocking up. I said, hold on now here, boss. Wait a minute now. All these islands getting hit with tsunamis here, so why can't I get one? You know what I'm saying? I ain't got hit with one yet, so why can't I get one? Like, and that's just the honest truth. I'm looking at everybody getting their island. Well, they must be the ones they like going to. Nobody like coming to mine. Yeah. Like, but you was the only. Hey, I told Killer, I'll be honest. Nigga was the only one that, you know, he stirred up the waves.
I jump on scout team to come over there.
Stirred up the waves.
Can you just explain? Because I always find it interesting, especially talking to people that play on different teams. Like, Montreal was way different than Calgary practice.
Yeah.
Like, the way that we practice in Calgary, there was so much smack talk from Juwan Simpson, Juwan Armour before that, D.A., Brandon Browner, like Charleston.
Hey, B.I.
Brandon Isaac. So, like, it was always somebody talking trash. Offense, defense, you know, Ram gonna talk trash. I'm gonna talk trash.
Going off, boy.
Hey.
Hey, check this out, young homie.
So when we looking at it, and then, you know, Huffy's always had that rule. Everybody's got to take 2 scout team reps, right? All the starters. Yeah. But I used to be like, man, let me go over with Tiz. Let me come out there, because I would be sitting on the sideline just talking trash. And you'd be like, won't you come out here then?
Hey,
won't you come get on the island?
I
jog on the field. I'll come out there. You're gonna set up the press. And now it was fun, though, because I always felt like I was getting better.
Yeah, definitely. And I knew I was going to get better, bro. Hey, regardless, I know Nick come out here, regardless of how entertaining you was, dog, when you lined up out there, you was about that business, bro. Like, you wanted to win that rep. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and I knew that going against you. Like I said, you be over there talking, but then I'll be talking too. But trust me, I knew, like, okay, he about to come. Like, shit, we got to get ready now, baby. Like, hey, because he gonna come out here and hit you with something. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, I loved it, Bo. I used to be telling Rambo, man, let me get some of them reps, Bo. Like, because I knew I was going to get better with y'all, man. Like, y'all the top receivers in that league.
And that's what I always felt like that kind of set us apart, because I didn't know how everybody else was practicing, but I knew how competitive me, Cope, and Rambo were against each other. Yeah, like we always competed against each other, right? And then Romby came in and we competed against, like he jumps in the group, and we were always competitive against each other.
Yeah, right? Pushed each other, man.
Yeah, we really pushed each other. And then at practice, those day threes, no huddle day threes.
Yeah.
The only live thing we do all week. And it gets so competitive.
Hey, Calgary was yeah, bro. It was too, because it was a lot of competitiveness going on there. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, when we went live, we was going, like we was talking. Right? Yeah. You know, but that's what got us better. Saying, BI out there chirping at you, defense chirping back at the offense. Like that's how we got better. You know what I'm saying? We pushed each other, man. At the end of the day, it was just a little different like that in Montreal. Like, yeah, they really do it like that in Montreal.
Was it super competitive in Hamilton when you first got there at practice?
When I first got there, a little bit. Like I said, CT was the coldest dude out there at DB, man. Mm-hmm. When I first got there in my rookie camp, I didn't really see too. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really see too much. I don't know if you remember Bo Smith.
Yep. Yeah, Romby tore his. Tore his Achilles chasing Romby. Romby had 350-yard touchdowns against him on the last one.
That was ugly.
Gunshot. I said, "Woo!"
And then they moved my butt to half because of that, man. I'm like, come on, man. But it was me and him in rookie camp, and I just remember me and him the only ones making it out of there. But once the vets got there and I seen everybody, it was man, CT was it, bro. I had a roommate. His name was Calvin, I think. I can't remember his last. He was from LA too. But I remember coming in the room just being, man, like, dude, I'm better than the dude out there in my spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And he telling me, like, young homie, it's not about that. You know what I'm saying? This is woo, woo, woo. And he's like, now, you can sit over and be mad all you want, but this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I just took that, like, all right, and just kept grinding, kept getting better. And when we got into the game, the guy that was in front of me just kept getting beat, man. And it was so funny because the head coach, Nick, he said, put Tisdale in. He can't do no worse. I said, dang, coach. Like, thanks for the confidence. He said he can't do no worse. I said, oh, that's cold as ice, man. Oh, but that was, and that was my first time getting in there and, getting a feel for it. You know what I'm saying? Then I remember Killer went down, and then I got in that field corner. And man, Nick, when Killer went down and I got in that field corner, that dude was at my house every day, bro, getting me ready for that game, dog.
Solid dude, man.
He was at my house every day, bro. He made sure I was ready for that game when I got out there. You know what I'm saying?
Not too many people like him.
Bro, like, you don't – and I tell him all the time, and he laughing, and I tell him, like, Killer, you don't know how much I owe you, bro. I can never repay you for what you showed me. The knowledge that you given me, being there for me. Like, my first contract in Hamilton, I think they wanted to give me before I went to Calgary, Hamilton offered me $2,000 as a signing bonus, and I'm excited, man, and Killer tell me, he looked at me, he said, look here, man, I whoop your ass, man, you signed that contract, bro. Like, and I only known Killer for 3 years, and this is what he told me. You know what I'm saying? But straight, he said, you worth more than that. And, I had them, people telling me, oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. And Killer told me, like, watch, bro. Watch when you hit free agency what's going to happen. And, I'm worried because I'm like, man, ain't nobody, my own squad ain't really, trying to show me no love. So I'm not getting love, so I don't know what my value is. Nigga, I'm talking about 10 minutes before that deadline, baby. That phone started buzzing, homie. Like, man, hey, I remember Coach, who was he? The coach, he was in Saskatchewan for like 6 games and they let him go, dog. Remember the head coach, I think, brought off Coach Marshall. Yeah, he was my DC in Hamilton. And, man, I did not think Coach Marshall liked me, man. The way he was on me, Nick, like the way he used to be on me, I did not think he liked me. As soon as he got that head coaching job, that was the first phone call I got, bro. That man called me talking about, look, I want you to come here. I'm like, dang, Coach, you mess with me like that. Like, straight up, the way you used to be on my head in the meetings. Man, Nick, I remember I had a game, bro. I had 2 picks. It was Edmonton. I had 2 picks, one to the crib. We got in that meeting room. I'm sitting looking at Killer like, damn, bro. Like, he just let me have it, dog. It was like I couldn't do right. You know what I'm saying? But then at the end of the year, before he left, he let me know, like, you know, I see what you can do. I see what's in you. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to make sure I pushed you and kept you grounded. You know what I'm saying? And I told him, I appreciate that, Coach. I do. You know, and that's why he hit me up. But then Calgary called, man, and Calgary wasn't playing. Calgary wasn't about to let me go. Once Brown
Calgary don't get too many free agents.
Yeah,
when they do,
they wasn't about to let me go. No, Murphy said, he said, you ain't going nowhere, bro. He said, I don't care what somebody offer you. We will give you more to come here. Like, shit, I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there. Went bought the red Charger to match. Went got the red Charger to match.
Yeah. That's fun times, man. What do you think always drove you to be the best that you could be? Right? When you think back about your journey through all of it and to be where you are today, when you look back, what do you think was the really driving force for you to really want to be the best?
The fear of failing, man. The fear of failing, dog. The fear of losing. The fear of, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I felt those pains before, you know what I'm saying, as a kid growing up. So, like, I knew what they was going to feel like, and that's just what drove me, dog. I didn't want to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like those feelings, you know what I'm saying? I didn't like having to go through that, you know? So I just told myself, Joe, we just got to work hard. You know, we work hard, we be dedicated, you know what I'm saying? And the number one thing I had to keep telling myself was believe in myself. Because like I said, I had a lot of people trying to keep me down, Nick. Like, I had CFL included, bro. Yeah. Like, the stuff these coaches used to tell me, man, was just unreal, bro. It was just unreal. But you steady signing me for all this money, though. You know what I'm saying? But it came down to me, man. Like I told you before, like, I didn't have to, at the end, I didn't have to look at myself, bro. I knew who I was. I knew what I could do. I knew what I did. You know what I'm saying? But that's what drove me, just that fact that everybody trying to keep me down. You know, they don't want to let my light shine. And like I said, once my wife gave me that information, she made me see my light, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's a bright light. And I was angry at myself because I let those people dim it for so long. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm at that point to where you can't even come in the room, bro. Like, I'm not letting nothing stop that. I'm not living in that pushing myself for the fear of failure or losing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now I'm just going to get it now because I know I deserve it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But like I said, she helped me see that, man. Like, she opened up my eyes to let me know, like, you are the light. And it's a reason why these people said the things that they said, because they seen that before you could.
Yeah. 100%.
100.
You just got a new D coordinator job at a high school. What high school is it?
Cass State High School, man. The Cass State Coyotes.
Okay, so what are you most looking forward to about pouring in these young men and helping them start their journey on, you know, from high school to college, and even if they don't play sports, but instilling something in them to be successful?
And that's it. To be honest, I just hope I can just teach them, you know, give them, you know, some tools for life. Like I said, I done been through a lot, man. You know, I didn't have to fight through a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I got knowledge, you know, and I just want to be able to give it to them. I just want them to understand at this age, because at this age, I was caught up, you know, in the flashy light. Like I told you, the first time I seen them lights in that crowd, you know what I'm saying? I was caught up in that, and you know, and it took my heart, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I just want them to understand, like, that's okay. There was nothing wrong with that. But as you get older and become a man, you have to understand what this really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, whether you want to believe it or not, for most, they don't love us back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they don't love everybody. For some, they do. But for the most, they don't love you back. But that don't mean you can't accomplish what you set out to do within that game. You know what I'm saying? You just got to understand what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I'm here to entertain. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to understand what you're there to do and do that. Don't let the outside stuff stop you from doing that. You know what I'm saying? And that's really it. Like I said, I'm going to teach them football, but to me, there is no game better than football to prepare you for life, man.
100%. 100%. You know, we were speaking out race earlier now, and I just remembered I got my One Race T-shirt on.
One race. Hey, that's it, baby. One race. We won.
It's actually got the city of Dallas right here in the picture, right? So, you know what I'm saying? We flamed up. But, you know, one of the things is that it's my clothing line, man. King, One Race. Anybody know?
Okay, I like that hat. I'm just looking at that hat.
Yeah. So, you know, but one of the biggest things for me is always just giving the knowledge to the next generation. And this podcast is a way that people can see so many different stories. From people getting cut, people like you talking about the workouts you're going to. I tell my kids all the time, man, the best players don't always play on game day.
They don't.
Right? And because it is a business. It is a business. At the end of the day, we have to respect it as a business. That's one thing Ted Heller taught me early on in my career. And once I was able to do that, like I did all my own contracts after my first one.
Yeah.
But even from that standpoint, I couldn't go in there and sit down with them to discuss my contract. And if they gave me a lowball offer, be like, oh, they don't care about me. No, this is a business. They try to get me as cheap as they can.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they do, right?
They do.
So once you can put things in perspective, I believe it allows us to be able to deal with it. Just like I always say, I don't lie to myself about people. If I know who you are and I label you for who you are, I can deal with you in a certain capacity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna call you every day. We're not gonna hang out. Right? But I mean, if I see you out, I can come hang out with you at the bar.
Say hi, you know.
You know what I'm saying? Chop it like we best friends.
But
it don't mean that I'm gonna pick up the phone the next day and call you and be like, what you doing today? No, that was that experience. I know I can deal with you in that setting. I'm not gonna deal with you coming to my house. I'm not gonna deal with you. So you know what I'm saying? So being able to compartmentalize and label these things and understand that how the business works, right? I always knew going into it, my relationship with Calgary was, if I ball, I'm gonna get a contract. I broke my leg in 2013. I didn't ball as well in 2014. I didn't get a contract. Of course, I was gonna retire anyway, but I mean, at the same time, that's just what it is.
That's just what it is.
There's no ill will.
No ill will, baby. No ill will, man. I appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? And but the thing is that you need to know, for me and probably Ram, I can say this for Ram and Cope for sure, and probably so many other receivers, dude, you were one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
You talk about consistently in and out. One thing I want to get your thoughts about was the game changed in 2014 because there was only 2,000-yard receivers in 2013 because there's 27 different starting quarterbacks. So instead of them looking and saying, oh, well, maybe the fact that 27 quarterbacks started and that was the reason for the dip, it was we needed to get more offensive output. So they put the new rule in.
Yes, sir.
Teams started playing more zone, less man, because man created more pass interference penalties. You think that affected the end of your career?
Yes, sir. Definitely. And it's funny because I remember playing in a game and a guy ran a route. He ran like an out route, and I'm all over it. Like, and this is my third year. This is my third year in Montreal, and like I'm just out, man. I'm out there going crazy. And I covered the guy, and the ref threw the flag, and he said, I'm asking like, what did I do wrong? Like he was like, oh, you was in his way. I'm like, what do you mean I was in his way? He was like, you have to, let the receiver run his route. I said, okay, fair one. But now, what if he didn't beat me? What do I do? That man paused. Get out the way. Nigga, I was bro. I didn't know what to say, dog. That ref told me, he paused and looked at me and said, you got to get out the way.
Damn.
I said, damn, bro. Like, so you telling me there's no way I can stop this man? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, it was bad. And like, I'm about to go out there and get beat, bro. I worked too hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, to put myself in this position to make a play. And now you telling me I have to get lucky to make a play out here? Like, you know, that's crazy. And even when Montreal let me go and I went to Hamilton, they said the same thing, man. They said the same, like, what you do, that's not what's needed. It's not what's needed. Like you said, everybody's playing zone. So, Jeff, we're going to pay you all this money, and you're the only one that can play man. For what?
Same reason Tampa Bay traded Revis. When they got a new coach, said we're gonna run cover 2. I don't need the number 1 corner to run.
You don't cover need 2. And that's just, bro. That's just what it.
I need the money to go to a different position. That's gonna be more important than a corner. We don't need.
And I like I said, I asked him because I didn't understand, and I'm like, well, coach, what about the SJs, man? What about these top receivers out here, bro? That I had success with, and not too many other people have. You know what I'm saying? Like, what about that? Well. If you look at it, or if they score on us, they got the same thing we got on defense, so we still gonna score on them. So now it's gonna come down to 2 minutes, who got the ball. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what it's gonna come down to. And like I said, and at that moment, I'm like, whoa, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I gotta accept it, dog. Like, our time is up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they don't need me no more for that. So that's just what it is, man. And like you said, no ill will, bro, none at all. Because my time there, hey, baby, I did exactly what they needed me to do. They bought me. He said, I need you to come here and play, man. Came in there and strapped up, baby. Straight like that. New DC coming there, we don't run, man. Huff told me to my face, he said, Jeff, we don't run. We're not running man anymore. So I don't need you anymore.
That's
he said,
14, huh?
Yeah, it was 12.
Was it 12?
Because I was only I was a Calgary in 2011.
Yeah, 11 and then 12. Yeah, that's right. Because 12 you went. You got traded.
I went
to
back
Montreal.
to Hamilton.
Yeah.
And I remember Huff told me, man. He said, I don't really need you. You know what I'm saying? But he said, I'm gonna do you a favor and I'm gonna send you back home. And I respect him for that. He could have traded me anywhere. He could have traded me to Edmonton or Saskatchewan, but he sent me back to Hamilton. You know what I'm saying? Where I wanted to be at, where I was comfortable at. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciated that. But, like I said, they just didn't need me. And then I remember Montreal called me, and who was the dude? Joey? Remember Joey?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Joey tried to play
Joey
me.
Abrams.
Joey tried to play me. Abrams tried to play me. He was like, yeah, so, because that was my year in Hamilton. I only had 2 picks. You feel what I'm saying? So he was like, yeah, your numbers kind of went down. I said, slow down, bro. No. I said that was the defense. I said, nuh-uh. I said you bring me to any camp and I'm gonna show you what I'm working with. Oh, okay. You feel it? And they flew me out there to that mini camp and I set it off like don't the worst thing you can do is try me, bro.
Yeah.
Like I ain't running from I ain't turning down no phase. That ain't happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you put me out there and I'm gonna show you what I can do. Like I 100%. Said, I'm going against the Arlen Bruce, Cope, you. Rambo, SJ, J Rich, like K-Walk when he was there, that boy was so crazy. The Chad Owens, like, bro, I'm going against dudes. Come on, man, I'm going against dogs out here, bro. And I'm being successful. Like, come on, man. Like, you're not gonna sit up here and try me like that. You know what I'm saying? But he did. And when I got out there, you seen what first year out there, bro, 7. Led the league. Like, don't try me. Like, that's all I gotta say.
100%.
Like, 100.
But less talent than you didn't have less talent. I'm saying that we talk about less talent of being a long career pro and having the ability to think, ability to understand the business, and the ability to grow. Right. Dude, I always say, man, you're Tids Island, we talk about all the time. I had more fun at practice than I think a lot of people realize is because of how we used to compete and how day in, day out, how competitive it was. But it was definitely a enjoyable ride. When you look back at it all, man, just your whole life. I don't know when the last time you talked about everything like we did today.
It's been a long time, man. I feel good, bro. I feel good, man. Like it was good. My wife told me, she said, this is your chance, man. Tell him. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm being If anybody want to say I lied, show me where I lied at, you know. But I'm not going to sit up here and sugarcoat anything. I'm not trying to not hurt nobody's feeling. I don't care, bro. I'm telling you my story. You know what I'm saying? And you know, shoot, I appreciate that, bro. Like I said, I appreciate the respect you give me for my craft. I respect your craft. You know what I'm saying? 100%. But I appreciate this opportunity.
In the back behind you, what's that hanging up there? I think it says family.
Oh, yeah, man. It's just a little full of pictures and stuff, man. Just of my family and stuff. You know, we was kids and stuff growing up. You know what I'm saying?
Got the pool table.
Got the little pool table, you know.
How good are you?
On it. Oh, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. I'm not about to sit up here and just say, like, you know, I'm the greatest, but I can hold my water, you know what I'm saying? I can hold. Hey, if somebody out there colder, I ain't about to sit out there and run up on you, but best believe it, this your second time playing, I'll play you.
Man, I appreciate you for coming through, Geoff. It's been a blast, man. It's good to get back connected with you, man, because it's just, like I said, especially you guys come out of California, it's a different lifestyle there.
Yeah.
Right? New York is different. California is different.
Yeah.
I always said if other states, if there was like 4 or 5 other states that could get the same programs and funding that Texas has for football,
yeah,
it'd be something.
It'd be different. It'd be different. That's true. That's definitely true. It'll be different.
Yeah. Any last words to the people, man? Any last thing you want to leave them with?
Hey, man, just be happy, man. Show love, man. You know what I'm saying? Show love to everybody you come across, because at the end of the day, we all just want to be loved. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So, hey, what they say, love and peace, homie.
Love and peace. Can anybody get a hold of you on social media if they want to get a hold of you for anything?
Oh, man, I don't really do social media, man, to be honest with you, Nick. I don't. Like, I don't, bro. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Low key, on his island.
I don't. Hey, I told you, with the chair in it, with the chair in the margarita, baby, I'm telling. Wait to see if Nick want to come. Hey, try to hit me with one of these tsunamis or something.
Man, look, I've never been to California. I need to get out there. I'm looking forward to coming to Southern California soon.
Hey,
so
hit me
definitely
up,
gonna
man.
hit you up, man. Definitely got to hit you up. And yeah, man, it's gonna be good. But you know, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Lulu Lounge, baby.
Oh, I will. I definitely will. Lulu Lounge.
Yeah, you know, I'm working on so many things, so I'm gonna keep it going, man. Keep this going and keep getting these stories out that need to be told. And
definitely.
You know, it's so good because sometimes we don't realize, just because people don't openly say how much they respected our game and things like that all the time, but sometimes you'll meet people or somebody will hear this and be like, you know what, that was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
One of my favorites, right?
Yeah.
And now they'll get the opportunity to showcase it and show it. So I appreciate you, my brother, for coming on, sharing your story, and just everything that you did, all your preparation, everything, because as a competitor, I'm so thankful that everybody else took it as serious as I did. I'm so thankful that people took time to be the best they could be, because they made me push to be better, right? They pushed me harder to be better. And, yeah, man, nothing but respect for you, brother.
All day, bro. Hey, I appreciate it, Nick. I appreciate it, bro. I really do. And if you get a chance, man, check out my young man, dude. He got his little YouTube channel too, man.
What's his YouTube channel?
Jeffrey Tisdale. Jeffrey Tisdale.
Jeffrey Tisdale. Spelled the same way as yours?
Hey, same way. Jeffrey Messiah Tisdale, man.
There you go. I'm going to check it out. Make sure you go check it out. This is the Lulu Logic Podcast, and we out.
All right.